God bless everybody. Today we're going to talk about judging. I'm going to read from Matthew 7, verses 1 through 5. It says, "Judge not, that you be not judged. For with what judgment you judge, you will be judged. And with the measure you use, it will be measured back to you. And why do you look at the speck in your brother's eye, but do not consider the plank in your own eye? Or how can you say to your brother, let me remove the speck from your eye, and look, is a plank is in your own eye? Hypocrite, first remove the plank from your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye." So a lot of people take that as a free ticket to sin. So when we try to encourage people not to do the right thing, to stop the things that we know that they're doing is wrong, they are quick to pull out, "Do not judge me." So this doesn't mean that we can't judge. In my opinion, all this means that, let's say I was a thief and I tried to approach somebody about stealing. If I'm stealing and I'm trying to correct somebody else by saying stealing is wrong, that what they're doing is wrong, then by all definitions, according to what the Bible just said, I am a hypocrite. So before I talk to anybody about whatever they may be doing wrong, I got to make sure that I'm not doing it in the first place, because they're not looking at me as like, who are you to judge me when you're doing it yourself? And they're completely correct on that. So it does not mean not to judge at all, because I'm going to be honest with you. It is impossible not to judge. Every day we judge. It's just the nature. It's just our daily lives. We have to judge. When I'm at work and I got to correct somebody because something they did was wrong, I have to judge them. I have to tell them, like, hey, what you did is wrong. And same thing goes for me. When I mess up, when I do something wrong, someone has to tell me, hey, you messed up. What you did is completely wrong, so that I can fix myself. So there's been many times where I've written stuff on Facebook, where I've said things in person that somebody else said, that somebody else had to come up to me and say, you're wrong. I'll give you a prime example. My wife, sometimes she'll say, you do certain things, and then I'll get mad, and then I'll say, no, I don't. But when I'm at work, my friends, my coworkers, they come up to me and say, you're doing things that could be a little bit mean, and they are the exact same thing that my wife said. So now it's just like, maybe it is me. Maybe I am wrong. So for me, and me alone, in my opinion, being judged is a good thing. Because if someone does not judge me, I may not be sitting here right now. I may not be even talking about the Bible. I may not even be talking about trying to do good. Who knows? I could be in the worst state. I could be in prison. I could even be dead. But I had people in my life that loved me enough to say, hey, what you're doing is very dangerous. What you're doing is wrong. Yeah, sometimes it hurts. I get into my feelings. I'm human. Sometimes it does feel like, man, they're always picking on me, man. They're always coming at me sideways. But you know what, though? It may take a while, but then you'll get enough people to say, hey, you're wrong. And it's not always the same person. It may come from multiple people that you start to think, it's like, are they right? And maybe I am wrong. And a lot of times that was the case for me. It's just like, I can take things out of context a lot too. And it takes a man to say, hey, maybe I am wrong. Maybe I need to fix this. Of course, when you're first told something, it doesn't feel good, so you tend to lash out. So for me, judging is a good thing. I need judgment, because if I had people that come into my life and judge me according to the things that I was doing, like I said, I probably wouldn't be here talking about Bible, or probably may not even be here talking to you. I can easily be in prison or dead. Like I said again, I had people in my life that saw something that I was doing, and it was wrong, and it was dangerous, and it was hurtful, that they that they would come and tell me, hey, I love you, but you're wrong on this. And of course, sometimes I would, lash out back, and because I get caught in my feelings. Then many times I would realize that I was messed up. I did do this wrong. I did say these wrong things. So I would have to go back and apologize to everybody that I hurt. So when people try to warn you, try to tell you that what you're doing is wrong, it's not always a bad thing. It's usually when people like the sin that they're doing, or the thing that they're doing, even though they know it's wrong, they're quick to tell us, do not judge. That's the first thing that comes out their mouth. They know they're wrong, but they'll quit to point that out to us, because they enjoying what they're doing, even though it is wrong. So, and then I'm going to take you over to John 7:24 real quick. John 7:24. Do not judge according to appearance, but judge with righteous judgment. So right here, the Bible saying it's okay to judge. The Bible itself has a whole book on judging. It's called Judges for a reason. It's in the Bible. The Bible. This is an instruction manual on the things that we are supposed to do. And when somebody that that professes to be a Christian, but they're doing things that the Bible says is not supposed to do, yeah, we're supposed to correct them. So tell them, hey, you're wrong on this. The one thing that we are not supposed to do is condemn anybody. I don't have that power to do that. I'm not Jesus. I'm not God. I don't have the power to send people to hell. The only thing that I have the power to do is warn them, and do it with love and compassion And yes, a lot of my family and friends, mostly my family, will have to correct me on how I did those things, because a lot of the times when I want to correct somebody, it's out of anger. And when I'm angry, it's not nice. It doesn't come out as nice. That there's no compassion, there's no love, there's no thought behind it. It's just straight anger. So that part I am wrong as well. When we do correct somebody, it's just better to be at a calm state of mind where you're not angry, where you can actually sit down and talk to the brother or sister and pop out the Bible and show them, hey, what you're doing, this is the consequences of it. And once you have done that, and they still deny you, then leave them alone. You did your part. You warned them, and they did not receive the warning. You did your part. Leave them alone. It's no longer on your hands anymore. And I have to remember for myself, I was once that person. So when they correct me, I fire back, out of anger. So, I can't be mad at, get angry with them. I just have to say, okay, I did my part. I still love you, but let me know if you need my help, and just leave them alone. Then at some point in their life, they're gonna remember that. They're gonna hit that spot, like I did. I had to hit rock bottom to realize that, hey, I was a mess. I was wrong. Let me go back and tell this person I'm sorry. So that's the encouragement word of the day, the encouraging word of the day. Judgment is mostly good. Don't let these people tell you that you're judgmental, you're doing this, you're doing that, because they're so caught up in their sin, they're enjoying their sin, they don't want to change. You did your part. You warned them. You just leave them alone, pray for them, love them, and just go about your day. And just remember, judgment is not always bad. Love you.